Hey guys, my name is Jessica and this is my art channel, but you can find me at the Only Kai One on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And today I'm drawing using a purple mechanical pencil that I bought from the Dollar Tree, and I'll be coloring the illustration using alcohol markers to see how it holds up for the outline. So here's the pencil, and it has a little sharpener where the eraser would be. I wanted to test sketching with it because I use guidelines when I sketch, and I wanted to see how good it would be when I need to erase the guidelines for when I start coloring the picture. The lead is a bit soft, so I felt like I needed to sharpen it a bit to define some lines, but overall it wasn't too bad. Although it didn't erase completely, but I feel like it was pretty good considering that you get the color pencils. It's four in a pack for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Like, you really can't beat that. Your alternative is probably like the Kohl Erase color pencils, and those are pricier for the pack. On the top right corner, I'm showing the brand of marker that I'm using and the color name for the part of the illustration that I'm doing. This light color is kind of dried out, so that's why I use it for a base color. And I blended my blush, and I use that lighter marker to blend it out. And once I do that, I'll put my lighter shadow just so that I can see where I need to put that darker shadow to add more depth, which I'm doing here. And I kind of struggle with leaving such a harsh line for the shadows, so I'm working on that. That's why I used kind of a harsher shade for the darkest shadow. But I go over it all again with that light color, the base color that I used, just to kind of make sure there's no patchy areas and to make the dark shadows soften a little bit. And then I did go here the opposite way. I'm actually doing my darkest shadow color right now, or what I thought would be my darkest shadow color, and then I'm going to use that pink color to kind of put that mid-tone shade. And then I have my base shade, which you can still see a lot of the pink through it, and I wanted it to be a purple color, the hair. So I actually ended up using another purple color after this because it didn't blend the way I thought it would, which is one thing I really do like about the alcohol markers. You can kind of fix your mistakes. They're very forgiving, and yeah, so don't feel afraid to like experiment. You can pretty much fix whatever mistakes you make using these alcohol markers, so it's really great. And for the eyes, I usually use two colors. And the shirt, I wanted it to be a neutral color, so I just used two colors as well. And I have the Ohuhu and the Copic Sketch. They worked well together. For the lips, it was a little bit hard for me because it was just too light of a color, but I didn't want to go too harsh or too extreme, so I left them as natural as I could. And then I worked on making an extra shadow on the eyes, and then I worked on the background for the forehead here, and the clouds, it kind of mixed together, so I ended up putting a white jelly roll in the background. You'll see that later in the video. And then here, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to sharpen the color pencil, which I kind of had to do a lot because, again, it was harder to find some shapes and get that smooth line that I wanted. But once I started adding the lines, everything kind of came together just like so much better. The markers actually kind of melted the color of the pencil a little bit, so it was really great going back in and defining those lines again. do also like to use my black micron, Sakura microns, for the eyes and the lashes, just so that it can pop a little bit more, the eyes. And then I use my white jelly roll to add highlights. Sometimes the highlights can come out really harsh, so you'll see me kind of blending or patting it with my finger, just so that they're not as harsh of a line. And while it's still wet, it really works really well like that. But she's all done now, and I hope you like how she came out. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.